Hello all, and welcome to my new channel where I'm gonna do everything books and stories. So yeah. So first, a little intro into who I am. Hi, I'm Nana and I love books. I love books. I love to write. I like to read. I like to consume any kind of book in any medium, manga, comics, audiobook, paperback, hardcover, anything you can think of. And I am a writer. So yes, when did I start writing or reading? Both. So I started reading a lot earlier than I started writing, obviously. I was reading from age, I would say earliest. I remember myself sticking my nose in a book. It's like 3rd grade, right? I was that kid who was super awkward, super in the back of the classroom, didn't really know what was going on. Just knew I had to do school, come back from school, and then go back to school the next day. So I loved books, loved stories. Whenever I could, I would go to the library. My family would take me to the library and we would read all day. We would take carts of books home from the library. So, you know, I have a lot of background in just loving books. And then eventually I got to, I think, end of 8th grade, and my friend showed me this site called Wattpad, and I loved Wattpad. If you know, you know. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and explain why I'm laughing. Wattpad was the start of me. It was the beginning of where I was able to creatively expand. I wrote a couple books on there, got a couple million views, several million views, and you guys might hear about that. Let me know if you want to hear about that. That'll, you know, maybe y'all have a video on that. But I loved Wattpad, wrote for years on there, years. I spent so much of my high school, my middle school period writing, and I felt so good about it. And it's followed me to adulthood because, you know, you write a book on Wattpad. I know a lot of you guys can relate. Wattpad, people write there, and it's not a big deal. It's not a thing where they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be an author, I'm gonna do it. You know, usually you look back and you're like, oh, what is this? This is evidence I was a preteen. This is evidence I was pubescent. But for me, it's a little more. I have continued to write into my adulthood. It just never stopped for me. And I have really, really big goals with writing, and I love to read. So to me, it's like if I read a book and I'm writing a book and, you know, that's going on at the same time, it's only right. It's only right, you know? But yeah. Why this channel? So as you guys can tell, I like to talk a lot. I like to, you know, build community and share books that I've read and stories I've read with people. And I would love for this to be a platform where we could just rant about stories. We can talk book reviews. We could do book recommendations. We could do writing updates and work in progresses and book vlogs and bookstore runs and everything you can think of book. Just imagine it being here. I'm going to go off, okay? And I'm glad I get to share that part of me with an actual community, because it's already happening. You know, all the content that I'm gonna share with you guys, the only extra step to my routine is gonna be the camera, okay? That's it. And I do want to share it. I just want to share it. So if you can resonate and can relate, then please subscribe. Please like the video, comment, tell me some of your dreams and, you know, aspirations and stuff. So yeah, I love books and I love communities like this. And I've been a part of the AuthorTube community since I was a youngin', okay? I was a youngin'. I loved watching NaNoWriMo vlogs and seeing people hit their word count and seeing their aesthetic and them sitting down and really getting to writing. It used to fill me with such motivation because in my mind, I was also right there with them. You know, I was like, yeah, I'm also gonna write a book. I'm gonna do it. And I've written several books at this point. I've written 7 books, like, you know, 6.5 books. And my current work in progress will be a new story. So look forward to that. I love coming up with new ideas. I do have a new idea and I will share with you guys the Pinterest boards. I'll go through. We are gonna have so much fun. Okay, we're gonna have so much fun. There's gonna be the writer side of this channel, and there's gonna be the book side of this channel. So there are two sides to the same coin. I consume what I put out, okay? So we will see. I'm gonna start with a couple books on Book Talk and reviews for that, and then all that stuff too. So yeah, that's why I'm making this channel, and that's why we're here today. Goals for this channel. Goals for my book slash author dreams. So goals for this channel, I don't really have any specific goals. I just want to build a community of people. Let's start huge. One person. If I even get one person to subscribe from this video, I would be more than excited. Give it to me, give it to me. And then after that, we can start setting other goals and such for whatever, who cares? My biggest goal is to be a writer, to be traditionally published. So you guys are gonna see me go through the process of writing a book, finding an agent, and then trying to get hooked up with one of the traditionally published people and stuff. That should be very exciting. I'm not nearly there. This is just the beginning of the journey. Consistent efforts is what's gonna get anyone to any goal. So I'm gonna start with the discipline of picking up a camera and recording myself, and then I'm gonna start or continue with writing and all that stuff. So yeah, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family, my little nuggets, my little nuggets. I love calling people little nuggets, like gold nuggets, because we're all so richly full of knowledge. We're so valuable. And welcome to the family. Subscribe, like, comment. Okay, goodbye.